The Legends of King Arthur, Book 9, Chapter 5. How Sir Launcelot came to the court, and heard of the Cote Male Taile, and how he followed after him, and how the Cote Male Taile was prisoner. Here we leave off a while of this tale, and speak we of Sir Launcelot du Lake. Then when he was come to the court of King Arthur, then heard he tell of the young knight, the Cote Male Taile, how he slew the lion, and how he took upon him the adventure of the Black Shield, the which was named at that time the hardiest adventure of the world. So God save me, said Sir Launcelot, unto many of his fellows. It was shame to all the noble knights to suffer such a young knight to take such adventure upon him, for his destruction. For I will that ye wit, said Sir Launcelot, that damosel Maledisant hath borne that shield many a day, for to seek the most proved knights. And that was she that Breuse Sans Pité took that shield from her, and after Tristram de Lyonesse rescued that shield from him, and gave it to the damosel again. A little afore that time that Sir Tristram fought with my nephew Sir Blamor de Ganys, for a quarrel that was betwixt the King of Ireland and him. Then many knights were sorry that Sir La Cote Male Taile was gone forth to that adventure. Truly, said Sir Launcelot, I cast me to ride after him, and within 7 days Sir Launcelot overtook La Cote Male Taile, and then he saluted him and the damosel Maledisant. And when Sir Mordred saw Sir Launcelot, then he left their fellowship, and so Sir Launcelot rode with them all a day. And ever that damosel rebuked La Cote Male Taile, and then Sir Launcelot answered for him. Then she left off, and rebuked Sir Launcelot. So this meantime Sir Tristram sent by a damosel a letter unto Sir Launcelot, excusing him of the wedding of Isoud la Blanche Mains, and said in the letter, as he was a true knight, he had never ado fleshly with Isoud la Blanche Mains. And passing courteously and gently Sir Tristram wrote unto Sir Launcelot, ever beseeching him to be his good friend, and unto La Belle Isoud of Cornwall, and that Sir Launcelot would excuse him, if that ever he saw her. And within short time, by the grace of God, said Sir Tristram, that he would speak with La Belle Isoud, and with him right hastily. Then Sir Launcelot departed from the damosel and from Sir La Cote Male Taile, for to oversee that letter, and to write another letter unto Sir Tristram de Lyonesse. And in the meanwhile La Cote Male Taile rode with the damosel, until they came to a castle that hight Pendragon, and there were 6 knights stood afore him, and one of them proffered to joust with La Cote Male Taile. And there La Cote Male Taile smote him over his horse's croup. And then the 5 knights set upon him all at once with their spears, and there they smote La Cote Male Taile down, horse and man. And then they alighted suddenly, and set their hands upon him all at once, and took him prisoner, and so led him unto the castle, and kept him as prisoner. And on the morn Sir Launcelot arose, and delivered the damosel with letters unto Sir Tristram. And then he took his way after La Cote Male Taile. And by the way, upon a bridge, there was a knight proffered Sir Launcelot to joust. And Sir Launcelot smote him down, and then they fought upon foot a noble battle together, and a mighty. And at the last Sir Launcelot smote him down grovelling, upon his hands and knees. And then that knight yielded him, and Sir Launcelot received him fair. Sir, said the knight, I require thee, tell me your name, for much my heart giveth unto you. Nay, said Sir Launcelot, as at this time I will not tell you my name, unless then that ye tell me your name. Certainly, said the knight, my name is Sir Nerovens, that was made knight of my lord Sir Launcelot du Lake. Ah, Nerovens de Lille, said Sir Launcelot, I am right glad that ye are proved a good knight, For now wit ye well, my name is Sir Launcelot du Lake. Alas, said Sir Nerovens de Lille, what have I done? And therewithal flatling he fell to his feet, and would have kissed them, but Sir Launcelot would not let him. And then either made great joy of other. And then Sir Nerovens told Sir Launcelot that he should not go by the castle of Pendragon, for there is a lord, a mighty king, and many knights with him. And this knight I heard say that they took a knight prisoner yesterday, that rode with a damosel, and they say he is a knight of the Round Table. Chapter 6. How Sir Launcelot fought with 6 knights, and after with Sir Brian, and how he delivered the prisoners. Ah, said Sir Launcelot, that knight is my fellow, and him shall I rescue, or else I shall lose my life therefore. And therewithal he rode fast till he came before the castle of Pendragon. And anon therewithal there came 6 knights, and all made them ready to set upon Sir Launcelot at once. Then Sir Launcelot feutred his spear, and smote the foremost, that he brake his back in sunder, and 3 of them hit, and 3 failed. And then Sir Launcelot passed through them, and lightly he turned in again, and smote another knight through the breast, and throughout the back more than an ell, and therewithal his spear brake. So then all the remnant of the 4 knights drew their swords, and lashed at Sir Launcelot. And at every stroke Sir Launcelot bestowed so his strokes that at 4 strokes sundry they avoided their saddles, and passing sore wounded. And forthwithal he rode hurling into that castle. And anon the lord of that castle, that was that time clept Sir Brian de les Isles, the which was a nobleman and a great enemy unto King Arthur, and within a while he was armed and upon horseback. And then they feutred their spears and hurled together so strongly that both their horses rashed to the earth. And then they avoided their saddles, and dressed their shields, and drew their swords, and flanked together as woodmen. And there were many strokes given in a while. At the last Sir Launcelot gave to Sir Brian such a buffet that he kneeled upon his knees, and then Sir Launcelot rashed upon him, and with great force he pulled off his helm. And when Sir Brian saw that he should be slain, he yielded him, and put him in his mercy and in his grace. Then Sir Launcelot made him to deliver all his prisoners that he had within his castle, and therein Sir Launcelot found of Arthur's knights 30, and 40 ladies, and so he delivered them, and then he rode his way. And anon, as the Cote Male Taile was delivered, he gat his horse, and his harness, and his damosel Maledisant. The meanwhile Sir Nerovens, that Sir Launcelot had foughten withal afore the bridge, he sent a damosel after Sir Launcelot to wit how he sped at the castle of Pendragon. And then they within the castle marvelled what knight he was, when Sir Brian and his knights delivered all those prisoners. Have ye no marvel, said the damosel, for the best knight of this world was here, and did this journey, and wit ye well, she said, it was Sir Launcelot. Then was Sir Brian full glad, and so was his lady and all his knights, that such a man should win them. And when the damosel and the Cote Male Taile understood that it was Sir Launcelot du Lake that had ridden with them in fellowship, and that she remembered her how she had rebuked him and called him coward, then she was passing heavy. Chapter 7. How Sir Launcelot met with the damosel named Maledisant, and named her the damosel bien pensante. So then they took their horses, and rode forth apace after Sir Launcelot, and within 2 mile they overtook him, and saluted him, and thanked him. And the damosel cried Sir Launcelot mercy of her evil deed, and sang, For now I know the flower of all knighthood is departed, even between Sir Tristram and you. For God knoweth, said the damosel, that I have sought you, my lord, Sir Launcelot, and Sir Tristram long, And now I thank God I have met with you. And once at Camelot I met with Sir Tristram, and there he rescued this black shield with the white hand, holding a naked sword that Sir Breuse Sans Pité had taken from me. Now, fair damosel, said Sir Launcelot, who told you my name? Sir, said she, there came a damosel from a knight that ye fought withal at the bridge, and she told me your name was Sir Launcelot du Lake. Blame have she then, said Sir Launcelot, but her lord Sir Nerovens hath told her. But damosel, said Sir Launcelot, upon this covenant I will ride with you, so that ye will not rebuke this knight, Sir Cote Male Taile, no more, for he is a good knight, and I doubt not he shall prove a noble knight, and for his sake and pity, that he should not be destroyed, I followed him to succor him in this great need. Ah, Jesu, thank you, said the damosel, for now I will say unto you and to him both, I rebuked him never for no hate that I hated him, but for great love that I had to him, for ever I supposed that he had been too young and too tender to take upon him these adventures, and therefore by my will I would have driven him away for jealousy that I had of his life. For it may be no young knight's deed that shall achieve this adventure to the end. Pardieu, said Sir Launcelot, it is well said, and where ye are called the damosel Maledisant, I will call you the damosel bien pensante. And so they rode forth a great while, until they came to the border of the country of Sir Luz, and there they found a fair village, with a strong bridge like a fortress. And when Sir Launcelot and they were at the bridge, there stert forth afore them of gentlemen and yeomen many, that said, Fair lords, ye may not pass this bridge and this fortress, because of that black shield that I see one of you bear, and therefore there shall not pass but one of you at once. Therefore choose you, which of you shall enter within this bridge first. Then Sir Launcelot proffered himself first to enter within this bridge. Sir, said Cote Male Taile, I beseech you, let me enter within this fortress, and if I may speed well, I will send for you, and if it happen that I be slain, there it goeth. And if so be that I am a prisoner taken, then may ye rescue me. I am loath, said Sir Launcelot, to let you pass this passage. Sir, said Cote Male Taile, I pray you let me put my body in this adventure. Now go your way, said Sir Launcelot, and Jesu be your speed. So he entered, and anon there met with him two brethren, one hight Sir Plein de Force, and the other hight Sir Plein des Amours. And anon they met with Sir Cote Male Taile, and first Cote Male Taile smote down Plein de Force, and after he smote down Plein des Amours, and then they dressed them to their shields and swords, and bade Cote Male Taile alight, and so he did. And there was dashing and foining with swords, and so they began to assail full hard Cote Male Taile, and many great wounds they gave him upon his head, and upon his breast, and upon his shoulders. And as he might ever among, he gave sad strokes again. And then the two brethren traced and traversed, for to be of both hands of Sir Cote Male Taile, but he by fine force and knightly prowess gat them afore him. And then when he felt himself so wounded, then he doubled his strokes, and gave them so many wounds, that he felled them to the earth, and would have slain them had they not yielded them. And right so Sir Cote Male Taile took the best horse that there was of them three, and so rode forth his way to the other fortress and bridge. And there he met with the third brother, whose name was Sir Plenorius, a full noble knight, and there they jousted together, and either smote other down, horse and man, to the earth. And then they avoided their horses, and dressed their shields, and drew their swords, and gave many sad strokes, and one while the one knight was afore on the bridge, and another while the other. And thus they fought 2 hours and more, and never rested, And ever Sir Launcelot and the damosel beheld them. Alas, said the damosel, my knight fighteth passing sore and overlong. Now may ye see, said Sir Launcelot, that he is a noble knight. For to consider his first battle, and his grievous wounds, and even forthwithal so wounded as he is, it is marvel that he may endure this long battle with that good knight.